Hey, it's Business Broker Dave. This is something to think about. I've been working with business owners for, I don't know, close to, well, if you include publicly traded companies, I'm going back about 30, 35 years. Anyways, this is something that kind of blows my mind. Keep it simple. And what I mean by that? Well, there's so many different ways that you can show earnings, whether it's EBITDA, the famous EBITDA. You got to emphasize the duh. Or you can do gap accounting, depending on if you're publicly traded or privately held. There's a lot of different ways. Some people look at cash flow analysis, but I was thinking of all the business owners that I met. I want to tell you about this one story. I met this one owner, old Italian guy. Race has nothing to do with it. It just kind of stuck in my mind. I had a little deli. And this was before a lot of POS systems and things got a lot of complicated. And I remember asking him for his financials, and he looked at his pockets, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, and he did it in his accent. I don't know about the day. I can't do it. I don't know about the day of how I do the accounting, but this is how I do it. And he made the best little, those Italian cookie things with the dipped in chocolate. Man, amazing. But anyways, he would do it. He called it the two-pocket approach. Now, my comments might go crazy, and a lot of people are going to start, try to say, oh, you got to do it this way because it's more smarter and taxes and everything. You know what? This was the most simple thing. And I've dealt with, once again, CEOs in boardrooms, talked to CFOs, dealt with attorneys that work on taxes, a lot of it. This is still the best story I've ever had in my entire career because it was so simple and it was so spot on. It was just boom, a drop the mic moment. So as I'm asking, I said, well, I need these. He's like, no. That's not how I do it, Dave. He goes, he had a little cash register. It wasn't as old where you see like the old Westerns where they, push and the button and the little thing pops up, nothing like that. It was a regular register. I think it was like one of those NCRs or something like that. So maybe he was tech savvy for the time, but here it is. Okay. I know you've been waiting. You've been watching the video. This is what he did. He literally would ring up people, take that money in cash. This is like credit cards were around a little bit, but not as prevalent as they are today. He would take that cash, put it in his left pocket. Every time he had a bill, he would take the money out of his left pocket and put it in his right pocket. I'm not making this up. This actually happened. It was the craziest thing. And he would explain this to me. And at the end of the day, he would take all the money out of his right pocket and send out for the bills. He mostly did them with the money orders or to deposit that cash and then write checks and mail out the bills. And he says, if I have money left in my left pocket, I made money for the day. Wow. He wasn't talking to me about EBITDA or EBITDA. You got to throw that duh in there, or a gap accounting, or moving this and shifting over to inventory to inflate the cost of goods so you don't pay as much taxes. These are some complex strategies. The moral of the story was he knew at the end of every day, if he made money or lost money. If his left pocket was full, he made money. If it was empty, he lost money. My Lord, how simple is that? Needless to say, the very first person I showed this to, they bought it on the spot because they easily understood that the business made money. Now, can you do that in today's world? Maybe not. But it is kind of humorous, right? That sometimes the simplest things for a business owner, when somebody's looking to buy a business, they all ask the same very first question. And I crack up because this is so simple, and I've been in very complex deals. They try to make it more complex to try to confuse you sometimes. And it's real simple. Did the business make money? Period. That's it. And this guy was able to do it with two pockets, left pocket, right pocket. So anyways, I hope you find this humorous. This was about, oh man, this was going back about 18 years. I was thinking about it because I saw an Italian cookie and it made me crack up. But anyways, you're always going to be asked for financials, but the very first question anybody's going to ask when they want to buy your business is, does it make money? You might be able to say, hey, I got money in my left pocket. Let's make a deal. I hope this helps this business, Dave. And I'm not